Welcome to Retrobot, the YouTube channel where we feed a friendly space robot a diet of pure nostalgia. I'm Clay, and today I'm excited to be talking about one of my favorite new things that is still retro cool. I am talking about Final Faction, the exclusive line of action figures that was designed for Dollar Tree, of all places. Chances are by this point you have seen at least some of the videos that I've done on Final Faction. If not, I'm doing a bunch of videos on Final Faction, and I've done a live stream on it, so check it out. But for those who don't know, Final Faction is available at Dollar Tree for $1 a figure, and today we're going to be taking a look at Steel. And I'll tell you what, if anybody else is getting a distinctive Falcon Captain America vibe from this guy, then I'm glad it's not just me, because he really does look very, very Falcon Captain America. Nonetheless, he's a cool figure. This is Steel. He is a member of Alpha Team 1, and like with the other Final Faction figures, you see that they have really taken the 1980s G.I. Joe approach to promoting these things. You've got an illustrated rendition of the character here with a lot of cool artwork on the blister card that makes it look like there's fire in the horizon and exciting stuff going on, and you turn it around, and I love this. You've got a complete bio here, and of course a list of the characters, and you find out that Sergeant Steel, as a boy in warm plains of Africa, oh, thank you, Wesley, as a boy in warm plains of Africa, Steel dreamed of soaring like a bird. Now highly trained Air Resource, Steel has multiple specialized air packs for any mission. Nerves of Steel make him the team's greatest asset in the sky. So yeah, he's their flying guy, and he just exudes cool. Like he's the guy that if he gives you a pat on the back, you feel good all day long, because it's like, oh, cool, Steel, he noticed me. Oh my gosh, I'm special. So that is Steel. Let's take a look at the figure. I've got one of the figures right here, and you can see right away, this is a really cool looking figure. Now, when you get him, you're going to get the flight pack here, which just pegs onto his back, so we can take that off, at least presumably. It does come off. There we go. So yeah, it just pegs onto the back. It's got a couple molded in guns, and you can see how they really did a great job of molding the figure. All the little straps and buckles and wrinkles in the suit and everything. I mean, he looks great. I also really like the paint detail, and that's something that I've noticed about the whole series is everything is done nicely. They don't come off as just cheap figures, even though, as I mentioned before, every one of these figures is $1. You get this pack, it's $1. You get this figure, he's $1. He comes with this, he's still $1. So you put that on his back, and there we go. So now he can fly around, and he can be like, and he can probably kick guys and punch guys, but he's Steel. Now, of course, the downside with these figures is, since they are $1, you don't get a lot of points of articulation. You get a pivot at the head, shoulder pivot, a pivot at the hip, but you're not getting ball joints at the hips and shoulders. You're not getting elbow joints. So there's only limited articulation, which for these figures is fine. Now, that being said, I have to say that if this line continued to grow and they started making figures that had those extra points of articulation, I would buy it. Hands down, I would buy it. And I'd pay more than $1. I'm just saying, You know, you start selling these figures for a few bucks, and they can do things like this, then I'm game. Also, so they've had one series come out so far, but they are planning a second series, and I'm really looking forward to that. They got a dog, they got a Jeep. I think that we're going to get some more bad guys, like at least one more bad guy. So that's going to be really, really cool. But nonetheless, yeah, you have Steel here. He is great. And then if you want to make him even better, there's weapons packs, which we will be talking about in these videos as well. But nonetheless, this is Steel. Steel is awesome. My camera's not going to focus in on him. It's just not going to do it. Oh, wait, there we go. There he is. So, yeah, that is Steel. He is awesome. And so, yeah, definite huge thumbs up from me. If you're at a Dollar Tree and you just feel like seeing some cool little figures, picking up a little figure, then check out the Final Faction stuff. It's a lot of fun, and it costs a buck. It costs a buck. Okay? Get the entire line of stuff, and it'll still cost less than 20 bucks. So, you know, like, it's hard to get that much fun out of 20 bucks these days. So yeah, huge recommend on Steel. If you like these kinds of videos, or if you like this video, then please subscribe to the channel, click the thumbs up button, click the notification bell so that you know when we're doing more of these Short Circuits videos and our live streams, which we typically do every Friday night at 8 o'clock Eastern United States time. With that being said, this is Clay telling you to keep it Retrobot. That's right. All right, Falcon. I mean Steel. I mean, you know, Steel's actually a DC guy, and Falcon is a Marvel guy. You know, you'd think there'd be a Transformer named Steel. There's Steel Jaw, but he's like a lion, I think. Yeah. So, guess this is just Steel. Hi, Steel.